Nope.
After a few hours of tossing and turning, sneaking to my bedroom door and peeking underneath to see if my mom was still outside, I finally saw her pack things up in the kitchen and head upstairs. I snuck out of my room, creeping around slowly to make sure I was making as little noise as possible. I scurried up to the tree and saw a bounty of presents in front of me, in a wide range of colors. My eyes widened. I scanned through them to see which ones had my name on them. Several of them, of all shapes and sizes, were addressed to me. I tried to guess which ones might contain what I asked for on my wish list. I was giddy with excitement as I ran my fingers over the tops of the presents before ending on a small one with my name on it. This one looked different from the others, bland in color, and the wrapping paper seemed a little loose. Still, it had something about it that drew me to it. I decided to see if I could open it without getting caught. Again, the wrapping was a bit loose anyway. I slowly unwrapped it, careful not to tear any of the paper. The gift contained a strange box. Inside, it was made of wood. I lifted the lid and peered inside at what was in there. It was another box. Was this some kind of trick? I took the box out of the wooden box. It was small and painted on all sides. I cradled it in my hands and turned it around with my fingers to more closely examine it. It had a small wind-up lever on the right side of it. It was clearly some type of jack-in-the-box toy. I slowly wound it. Creepy music started playing from the box. I quickly stopped turning the lever to avoid waking up my mom. The lever, however, kept turning on its own. I let out a small gasp of fright and rushed into my room. I couldn't afford to get caught out here sneaking, peeking at presents. That wouldn't turn out well for me. But the box kept going, the music increasing in speed and volume. I started sweating. The music had an eerie tone and frequency to it that made my bones feel a cold shiver. Suddenly, the music stopped. Nothing happened. It didn't pop up or anything. It stayed like this for about 10 minutes before I walked over and picked it up. I rattled the box. That's when it popped open. A hand reached out and grabbed my own. I jumped and screamed. It was a real hand that grabbed me. Cold, bony, plasticky, and rubbery to the touch. I threw the box across the room, and it hit the wall and fell to the floor. My mom rushed over to see what the commotion was all about. I told her, "That box, it grabbed me. It actually had a hand inside." My mom switched on the light, and the box was nowhere to be found. She frowned and shut the light off, telling me I needed to go to sleep instead of making up stories and yelling to wake the whole house up. I couldn't believe the box was gone just like that. I felt a burning on my wrist where the hand had grabbed me. I looked down to see a mark, a red mark. I returned to my bed and laid down, closing my eyes to try and ignore the pain of my wrist. I opened them again when I felt something on my chest. It was the box. I freaked out. It appeared out of nowhere. I had thrown it across the other room, and now it was on my chest, just sitting there. I decided to look at the box again. I flipped it around to see an inscription at the bottom that read,
Open the box before Christmas, and you'll lose your hand. Have the patience to wait, and you'll receive a gift that's grand.
I shuddered, and my eyes widened with terror. That couldn't be true. It had to be some type of tale to scare young kids. Maybe that hand was robotic or something, but it couldn't have been real. I turned over and wrapped the blanket around me. I closed my tear-filled eyes and slowly drifted off to sleep. I woke up the next morning to the sound of my mom shuffling outside the room. I rushed outside with excitement. I couldn't wait to grab a present. My mother greeted me with a smile and a good morning. I ran over to the gifts and slowly started unraveling the bow on one of the biggest ones. That's when I once again felt the sting on my wrist. It hurt so bad. I looked down to see a strange sight indeed. My hand was gone. I turned to my mom and said, "Mom, my hand." She looked and let out a terrible scream. I should have never opened the Jack in the Box. Thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this amazing Christmas tale. If you did, you know what to do. Take that like button and chuck it across the room at the wall. That should kill it. Shout out to the author of this story, Reddit user RudeProject9. Apparently they have a YouTube channel on the way, but as of right now, I don't see any link for it, so make sure you follow them on Reddit to keep track if you want to hear more. And check out more of their posts, because they've got a ton of stories. And guys, before you leave that comment, I know, okay? I know. There's no need for you to say it. Just be nice. It's Christmas. Until next time, everybody, remember to stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you in the next video.